All right, let's get to some notes examples here. Let's start mild. You'll notice mild has the familiar old symbol here. And then we'll get to the new symbol here. I'm tired of red. I'm going to switch colors. Let's go blue. Is a equals 7 a solution to 3 times a is greater than 20? Let's check and see. So this is notes. We want to make this really clear on what we're doing. So these are the ones where rather than just work it out fast, in case I forget later, digital learning bay is easier to forget than others. Let's be really clear on what we're doing. So I'm going to replace the a here. That's called substitution. And what I'm seeing here is a equals 7, a solution to 3 times a is greater than 20. So after I do my substitution, I put 7 there. 3 times 7 is 21. And I want to know, is that greater than 20? It is. 21 is greater than 20. So yes, a equals 7 is a solution to it. What are two other numbers that are solutions? Lots of possibilities here. There's actually going to be an infinite number of possible solutions. So I want to have this side be greater. So 3 times 7 was more. So also anything more than 7 should work as well. So like, for instance, if I do 8, 3 times 8 is 24. That's still more. If I do 9, 3 times 9 is 27. That's still more. 8's a solution. 9's a solution. And really anything higher than that would be a solution too. I only ask for 2. Anything above 7 ought to work. Some of you like to jump to really huge numbers to be really obvious about it, like 100. 3 times 100, obviously more than 20. So that's a fine one too. However you want to do it, it's okay. Is a equals 7 a solution to 3a is greater than or equal to 20? So remember how that worked. This is basically the same situation as above, except here. Ooh, what did I do? Something like that. Okay, let's start that again. Here, the difference here would just be that little thing would mean equal is okay, where it was not okay above. So the same thing's going to happen here. If I do my 7 by substitution, I'm just going to get 21 is greater than or equal would be okay to 20. They're not equal, but greater is still okay. So yes, a equals 7 is a solution as well. What are two other numbers that are solutions? The same ones ought to work. 8 would be fine. I would still be above 20. 9 would be okay. I'd still be above 20. 100 would be okay. I'd still be above 20. Anything like that ought to be fine. Medium, this is where we're going to get we're going to really use this symbol on the medium here. So in the medium example, is m equals 25 a solution to this? Let's check and see. Use my substitution. 25 plus 75, that is exactly 100. And now up here, I would say, is 100 less than 100? No, it is not. So in this case, no, m equals 25 is not a solution, because this symbol doesn't allow them to be equal. What are 3 numbers that are solutions? I need to be less than 100. So 25 made them exactly 100. So I need a number less than 25. So when I add it, I get something less than 100. So in this case, 24 should work. And anything less than 24 should also work. You know, if you wanted to make it easy and just have to do like 0, you know, that would obviously work. So 23 and so on. Anything less than 24 should be a solution and should work fine. Now, if I change the symbol a little bit and put that little equal sign there, the situation changes. And now this is going to be a solution. So now if I put in 25 here, 25 plus 75 is 100. And now the question is 100 less than or equal to 100? With that little thing there, yes. Now this is a solution in this particular case. So 25 is a solution here. What are two other numbers that are? Well, all the ones that worked up here still should be, because less is still okay in this situation. So 24 is fine, 23 is fine, 0 is fine. Anything less than 25 is fine. I hope that makes sense. That's the big difference with this symbol. I hope I'm making sense. I'm not used to like just telling you stuff. I'm used to saying go figure it out, and it works out. I see. Going fractions here. If you need it, if you're more comfortable having your Desmos calculator open, feel free and go ahead. I'll go ahead and do that probably too. Desmos calculator. Oops, not that. Let me go here. So I'm going to have that calculator ready because you'll notice here I'm going to have to go fraction. So I don't want red. I'm tired of red. This pen, cool. And actually, I kind of like the little smaller thing there. That was nice. Okay, so let's check it out. Is 1/2 g equals 1/2 a solution to this inequality? Let's check. So if I substitute now 1/2 in for that, I'll get is 1/2 plus 3/8 less than 7/8. So a couple options here. I need to see if that's true or not. You can use your Desmos calculator. We can go ahead and do that and see. Is 1/2 plus 3/8, what do we get? So I go fraction button, 1/2. Gotta push this like leave the fraction button. Plus, what was it? 3/8. New fraction, 3/8. Yuck, can't tell from that, but remember you got this nice button here. Is 7/8. So back here, looks like those made exactly 7/8. So if I kind of like erase what I wrote here, when I do my substitution, I get 7/8 for this. Is that less than 7/8? No, it's exactly equal. So 1/2 was not a solution there. This is spicy, so spicy you need to be able to do fractions, you know, they count too. So 1/2 was not a solution there. What's two numbers that are? So I need all this to be less than 7/8 to make that true. So 1/2 is equal to 4/8. If I'd done the math myself instead of using a calculator, 1/2 would be equal to 4/8. So I need something less than that to add to 3/8 to get less than 7/8. So I would probably make it easy on myself and do like 3/8 and 2/8 or something like that. Those are two numbers. If I did that, 3/8 plus 3/8 is 6/8. That's less. 2/8 plus 3/8 is 5/8. That's less. Those are easy ones. But really, any number less than 1/2 is fine. So if you wanted to do a third or 0 or anything like that, those would all work fine too. Is it a solution to this? We changed the symbol. Well, you notice up here they were equal. So if I want to do the same thing here, I want to say is 7/8 less than or equal to 7/8. And in that case, if I have the equal sign, yes, it is true. It's fine if they're equal like that. And the same, anything less is also still okay. So these same, this should still work. And this should still work as well. So that's how those work, and that's how that symbol works. So tomorrow, I'm going to ask you an even tougher version of these questions. We're going to take a step forward in developing, and I'm not just going to ask you to check solutions. I'm going to ask you to find solutions, just like we do the equations. So before we do that, I have 5 check your understanding questions for you, and I need you to do those now. So if you'll turn your page to your check your understanding, you have, I'm sorry, I have 10. That sounds right. That's a more normal number. 5 doesn't look right. So I've got 4 mild ones that just use the old symbol. Then we'll upgrade to 3 medium ones, where I ask you not only to check one value, but also give me 3 more. Or if it's not, give me 3 that are. Then down here, I've even got some spicy ones for you. Spicy just means they either have decimals in them or fractions in them. Other than that, they're not any spicier. So you have 10 check your understanding questions. Answer key is there and ready to go. I will expect to see not just the answer tomorrow, because I'm giving you the answer. I will also expect to see the work you did to check how. So normally I don't check these the next day, but since today's a digital learning day, I'm going to expect to see these worked out. And answer down here is for you to check to make sure you're doing all right. So just to be super mega extra clear, if I were to check this one tomorrow, I will not just want to see the word yes or no, because you could look and see yes or no. I'm going to need to see that you actually did it yourself too. So I want to see something like, substituting in your 4, checking and seeing that is 24. Is that greater than 25? No, it's not. So I'm going to want to see a little work to make sure I know you did it. And that'll do it. I think if you do these 10 check your understanding questions, you will be in great shape and you'll be ready to take a big step forward into developing tomorrow. See you then.